That fentanyl he took was on the other guy's watch. That's not any fentanyl for me. Look at Joe Biden. They're working on his skin cancer. You got Jill Biden right next to him. Hunter Biden. Barack Obama. George Bush. Zorg. How you doing? So when fallen angels fell, they fell into matter. And they weren't prepared for matter because humans had been spiritual beings before, and we devolved, or descended into matter and in vibration and became material beings. And now we can individuate, spiritualize our matter of our bodies and reascend. But these fallen ones spiritualize our matter of our bodies and reascend. But these fallen ones, when their robot avatar meat suit that they rape the women on the earth and they make hybrids, when their meat suit gives out, they're still cursed to have to stay on the earth as demons, ghosts, and other heebie-jeebie boogly-wooglies. So you don't want your ghost to be stuck on earth. You just don't want to do it. So what do? You open your heart chakra. You individuate. You find out who you are and do what it is your destiny is to do. And you already know, you just have to go inside yourself and find out. And then when you look at the world from that inside then outside look, you'll be able to know. And the truth will set you free. Because you can't do anything but your destiny. And when you do your destiny, it's what you do and it's what you love while doing it. Because you will be the pathway that you travel along, as well as yourself and the spirit that indwells yourself. How do you feel about that? Does it make you feel good? That's all you have to know whenever the times are troubling, disturbing, and things like that. You just got to go back to your center. Of course, it's not always easy. You're going to have things that are going to upset you and piss you off, make you mad. But as long as you don't react while you're in that pissed off state of anger and do harm to anyone, you can learn to let that dissolve back into nothingness too. Or you can just beat your head against the wall. Is that what you want to do? You want to beat your head against the wall? I don't advise it. It gives me a headache. So, this place is a series of traumas and testings. When you get a trauma, you either split, and in that case, you psychologically stall yourself out, and your flesh of your body will embody the trauma that you can actually draw out later. And it'll be some sort of stiffness, pain. It might be a twitch, could take many different manifestations. But you still have that inner being that's isolated and stalled off. And maybe they live in the simulator. Maybe they're simulated in some other reality that's just in a loop, never really growing, advancing in time, never really learning anything, understanding anything, just walled off in darkness inside of your mind space. So you have to free it. You have to free that stuff. You have to be able to find different ways to access yourself through yourself and then release that trauma so that you can start to get your momentum back to move. Some people need help with that because they're programmed wrong. They're programmed to react certain ways, and that's not the answer. The idea is to first have the peace not to react when very different shit comes at you. And you have to be a jack of all traits in that, because it can't be if somebody talks shit about your the way you look or whatever thing you pick to be a holdout. You can't be like, I'm just not going to be secure enough in myself and I'm going to let someone bother me by saying I'm something I know I'm not. I mean, why would you even be mad about that? Somebody called you a piece of shit. Do you think you're a piece of shit? Then why would you even be bothered by it? See, it just goes to show you that your inability to agree with your own self shows that you don't know something about yourself, or you haven't yet believed it. And it's all right to find out. Maybe you're a piece of shit. It's better to know that you're a piece of shit and then maybe change something about that or just own it than to pretend you're not while being a piece of shit. It's just the way it is. There's no mysteries here. There's a lot of things that our mind gets our fancy tickled. Does it tickle your fancy? Our mind gets our fancy tickled a lot. But that doesn't mean anything. That's just a way to kill time. Or waste time. It's all right. But as long as you know, if you get the peace that you have from a spiritual life, an actual spiritual understanding and existence, maybe a ritual, maybe something you do that answers that part of yourself, then you'll never have to react. You'll never have to automatically react. You see, a slave or a program or an NPC gets triggers and responds and runs programs. Now, you can run your own programs and create your own programs, but you see how that's still an automated path. You're letting the world access you rather than giving that peace, that line of choice that's neutral. It's where you disconnect from the matrix, from the program, and that's the place of peace, where you don't react to the enemy in the same way. It's freedom. It's spiritual power, and it's freedom, and it's yours. All you got to do is take it.